Hello, Steve White, Trek Boy 89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, one of the most horrific things that's happened in recent Star Trek history was the rumour that Quentin Tarantino was going to do a Star Trek film. Now, Tarantino is supposedly a fan. I think the strangest thing that's really happened for me with Star Trek in recent years is realising how many people would watch Star Trek and consider themselves fans but didn't get Star Trek or outright hated Star Trek. They couldn't view it in the historical context, they couldn't view it in any real way. They didn't understand what made Star Trek unique, and a lot of people would just sort of look at it, not understand it, and laugh at it, and because they enjoyed laughing at it, they'd think that they're fans, but they'd look at it in terms of, well, this is cool, but it would be good if they did this. Oh, it'd be good if it had, more violence or more killing or, just all the things that, aren't Star Trek. Oh, they should have war. Oh, we need to have secret societies that, control everything, and, it's just all these other things that you'd find in other science fiction shows. People kept wanting to put in Star Trek because that would make it better, because the whole underlying subtext is there's something, Star Trek is bad or dumb, and there's something wrong with Star Trek and need to be fixed. All these people who didn't get Star Trek, who thought it should be something else. It's really frustrating. But Tarantino is probably one of the worst of these, but fortunately it didn't happen. Now, the rumours are that it was going to happen, that the money men were sold on the idea of Tarantino doing a Star Trek film because they don't understand Star Trek, and JJ apparently was happy to do it because he doesn't care and he knows that no one understands what the hell he did with Star Trek, and it's like, well, we can do anything, it doesn't matter, nobody cares. So apparently the only reason why it didn't happen, allegedly, was because Tarantino's like, I don't want it to be my last film, because he's apparently said at some point, because he was trying to create mythology about himself, that he would only make 13 films or something, and this would be his last film, and he didn't want his last film to be Star Trek. I'm like, Quentin, you made that up. No one's going to hold you to it. You can make as many films as you want. You don't have to retire just because you got into 13. It's just so many levels of stupid here. It's hard to really get it all in one video. So this guy, what's his name? Mark L. Smith, sounds suspiciously like Mr. Smithy, is going around bragging about how the screenplay was amazing and this would have been the greatest Star Trek film ever because the screenplay was so great. And I'm like, that's tooting your own horn a little bit there, I think, and a bit subjective. And it just shows these people don't know what Star Trek is. They don't understand what made it special. They don't understand why people became addicted to it, because they loved this universe, this utopian future that Gene had created, that we could all imagine was going to happen and sort of aspire to and fantasize about living in, and just wanting to sort of maintain that world. All the sort of fan involvement was all people wanting to just keep this place alive because they just wanted to live in this better place. All the things that make Star Trek amazing that people don't get, and they look at it as something wrong and something that needs to be fixed, and how the arrogance of how, oh, I can make it better, I can do a better Star Trek, I can fix Star Trek. These people make me just a tad little bit sick. And I hate them. So I'm glad it didn't happen. That's all I can say. And it's just a bit cringy when people say, well, my screenplay would have been the greatest Star Trek film ever made, because it's totally not Star Trek, and because I don't like Star Trek, don't get Star Trek, something that's totally not Star Trek would have been the best Star Trek, because that's just the way they think. It's just really sad. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'm glad it didn't happen. There's some suggestions that he could still make it, just using his name and just not direct it. But I don't think people would pay to do that. But, we'll see.